that you can relate, nothing else, move on. Next, we are going to look at the pulley. So we're going to focus on the pulley now. So from the pulley, we get point A or point B, either one. Okay. So I think it's good to do relate to point A relative to point B. So I'm going to write down import first to relate point A to point B. Why is it for the pulley is, so this again, okay, maybe not a very good, okay, I'll still call this point A over here, point B. Why do we want to relate point A and point B first, rather than point A and point P? Because with this, we can determine what? Omega at the pulley, okay? So omega at the pulley, I'm going to assume that it's going to go this way, omega at the pulley, okay? I'm going to wait for him ask me that question, why that way? Right? I just assume that, okay? If not, it's also easy to know, because remember what I told you? VA is greater than what? VB. So yeah, there you go, okay? So from here, if you were to find point P, we don't know what is our what? Omega at all, okay? If we decide to find VP, if we decide to look at point P first, okay, we cannot determine our what? Our omega P, okay? So I'm going to write down VA plus, or VA plus, you didn't see this thing, is equal to VB plus by omega P cross RB or RA from point B. Okay. So we know VA, this is equal to VAJ. VB is equal to minus VBJ because the fact that it's coming down, yes or no? Plus by omega, I'm going to call this my minus omega PK because it's going in a clockwise direction cross point B, okay, to point A, right? So this will be 2 R plus R, then divided by 2, and this will be equal to our I, okay? So B, and then there is a minus sign. Okay, there's a minus sign. So from here, we can write out VAJ is equal to minus VBJ plus by omega PK cross. So you can have this as minus R plus R, okay? And this is our I. Okay? So when you get to this, minus VBJ plus, so omega P, right? We have omega P down here. K cross I is positive, minus minus is positive. So this is R plus R. And then we have omega P. And this is also in the J direction. So from here, we can start putting in our values, okay? So we know that we are aware that VAJ is equal to omega RJ, right? And we are aware that VBJ is equal to omega RJ, okay? So now once we put this in, VA is equal to omega Rj. VB is equal to, because there's a minus down here, you have to consider minus omega R small j plus by R plus R omega Pj. So from here, by just focusing on the J component, we know that omega R plus by omega R, or omega R is equal to minus omega R plus by R plus R omega P. So from here, we have omega R plus by omega small r is equal to R plus R omega P. So what we've just shown is that omega is equal to omega P. We have just shown omega is equal to omega P. And it's important to relate. Why is it important to relate omega is equal to omega P? Because I just got my review from the two profs that sit in my class. And I realized that when I ask you a question, I answer it within 2 seconds. Okay, and I'm trying to like make it better. Okay, so pardon me, because when I did that, like, oh shit, Eugene, you're doing the same thing again. So why we want to relate this? Because this is a known what? Known value, right? So known value means this is known, right? Neglect a not neglect, handle with a constant velocity of omega. Hey guys, sorry, just now I behaved badly, okay? I feel so bad now. I do apologize, okay? I really did behave badly. I should not behave like this, okay? Right. So from here, I'm going to copy this diagram again. And when we come over here, right? So now we have everything that we need to know. Then finally, we can find VP. Now, which point do you want? VA or using VB? Come on, which one you prefer? Anyone? Let's do with B. Okay, let's so this is equal to VB plus by omega P, or omega of the pulley cross R P from point B. Okay. So VP is what we want to determine. And VP, we know it's going to be only in the J component. Okay. So VB, which we also know, what is the VB value? So VB is equal to minus omega Rj. Okay, so this is minus omega Rj plus, and we know that this is equal to minus omega K cross R P from point B. Okay, so this will be equal to minus R plus R divided by 2. Okay, R plus R divided by 2, and the whole thing is in the I component. So VP is equal to minus omega Rj. K cross I is positive and is J positive, so this will be equal to positive omega R plus R divided by 2. Okay. So we also know VP is also in the what? J component only, right? Because it's going up. So from here, we relate with J component. We have VP is equal to minus omega R plus by omega R plus R divided by 2. So this is equal to minus 2 omega R plus by omega R plus by omega small r, and the whole thing divided by 2. So this will be equal to omega R minus R divided by 2. Omega R minus R. Okay. So if you were to use from point A, remember what I told you, because it's a rigid body, the answer will also be the what? Be the same. Yes. Say it again. I don't know. It's the same. It's not given to us, right? I don't know. Or if you have a way to tell me that you can visualize it, can you tell me how you do it? This is not a gear, this is a pulley, right? You cannot see a gear is equal to the pulley, okay? Yes. Direction of the R values. Yes, so it's always like transformation. This is X, this is Y, and this is rotation of Z. And you should always relate. So for this case, the origin point I decided is point B. If I were to write this formula, VB is equal to VP plus by my omega P, this will be cross R, and this will be B over P. So for this case, point B is a reference point. Okay. Okay. So this question is not that bad, right? Are you comfortable? More comfortable now or not comfortable at all? Okay. Okay. Next, which question? Wait, okay, wait. Question 5, homework 6. Why you want to divide by 2? Because you can only do that if small r is half of big R. But for this case, R is, wait, I'm coming. For this case, R did not specify is equal to, like, big R is not equal to 2 small r. That's the only reason. I'm not saying that you are wrong. What you're specifying is only for one unique situation. You understand? For this case, it did not say, the question did not specify big R is equal to twice of small r. It did not say that. It just said that this is big R, this is small r, and the pulley is R plus R divided by 2. That's all. So the only advantage when R is equal to 2R, yeah, nothing go up. No, it will go up. You will know your velocity. You will know your velocity very easily. Yeah, I know. But the problem is it's only unique for one situation, right? If let's say big R is equal to 0.2 small r, or not 0.2, it's equal to 2.5 big R, then that theory will not work. Okay, so this is so-called a general solution that you can change the value of big R and small r. It will work in most situations. Yes, sir.